Well, a new season is afoot as the Grand Rapids Ballet's 2025-26 season kicks off this week. And this is extra special as it's starting with resident choreographer Penny Saunders' debut production.
Yeah, it's called Sherlock, a thrilling new ballet running this weekend in the world premiere, a major collaboration that involves 3 ballet companies across 3 time zones. Wow, there's even a special family matinee we want to make sure that you know about. Joining us in studio, of course, we have the work, right here, Penny Saunders. She made it right there, Nigel Tahoe, and of course the artistic director James Franco from the ballet. Good morning to all of you.
Good morning.
Thanks for being here. Let's start with Sherlock as I said 3 time zones, James. How are we working this out? What different ballet companies are involved?
Yeah, so this is a co-production with Ballet Idaho in Boise, Nashville Ballet in Tennessee, and Grand Rapids Ballet. So Penny presented this idea to me and those other 2 directors, and we said, yeah, this is great. We can create something a little bit larger than we could create on our own. So together we pooled resources. Some of our dancers, Nigel was one of them, traveled to Boise to work with Penny and some of the other dancers from those companies as well. And Boise premiered it 2 weeks ago. We premiered on Friday, and Nashville does it in the spring.
Okay.
Wow. Okay, so Penny, talk about this and spanning different companies, different time zones, different stages and dancers. Yeah. How are you bringing this all together?
Well, it's a little confusing at times, but it was actually really lovely to have so many minds at work on the project. And Nigel got to come to Boise, and we got to intermix dancers from 2 different professional companies, and that was really special because I've worked with Nigel like 10 years now or something like that. So he speaks my language. I can just say and he does it, which has been great. And then I've worked with Ballet Idaho many times, and I had an opportunity to work with Nashville last year. So yeah, it was just kind of a fun way to mix it up and make sure that instincts were coming from different people and thoughts were coming from different creators, and I really enjoyed it. Actually, it was a little hard to keep moving forward in a linear fashion to get to the next step because we had to keep going back, but it was also really special to see what each individual could bring to the work.
Nigel, we've seen you work on stage. What is it like, Sherlock? I'm trying to, in my head, trying to remember if I've ever seen this story told through ballet.
I don't think so.
What is it like being Sherlock?
It's amazing.
It's fascinating. It's a very, as Penny chooses to display this character, he's a man with many different facets. He's been portrayed in so many different ways and so many different, mediums, and so translating that into this medium has been an absolute joy. Yeah. It's because he's such an analytical thinker, so much to do with words, and suddenly that's being portrayed by our movement, by our bodies. It's been a blast. It's one of those deals where whenever you saw a Sherlock episode, he was always so perceptive, right? Yes. He always noticed every little detail. Yeah. I kind of feel like I'm going to be doing that watching this ballet, right? Did that carry over?
Oh, definitely.
Plenty of little details to see.
I tried to, I actually have a multiple Sherlock situation going on. He's the lead Sherlock, and then there's 6 other bodies that represent him, just because he was extraordinary. He could see and take in so much more than the average person. So I thought, how could I multiply those senses into a physicality? So he often is followed by a canon line of movement, so it ripples effects because he's extraordinary. That character, that's why we all loved him, and he could figure things out that no one else could.
I love that so much, and what a joyous time to celebrate the opening of this ballet in the season. But something a little bit, that we don't love to talk about is the cut of funding for arts as a whole, impacting the ballet. Let's talk about that and how you're still able to try to overcome that and bring this to Grand Rapids and beyond.
Yeah, well, funding is always a concern for ballet companies. We are nonprofit. Our ticket sales do not cover our operating budget, the cost of putting on productions like this, bringing choreographers here and hiring our dancers. So we do rely on the generosity of our community, and we have a wonderful community, foundations and corporations and individuals who support us. Yes, the government side of the funding is a little bit more in question right now. So we do we're depending more than ever on the community around us. So we are Michigan's only classical professional ballet company right here in Grand Rapids. I think people are very proud of that, and they want to see us continue to be that and continue to thrive here. So that's important to us, that we keep doing our job as as well as we can, but we do need the support of everyone out there to keep us alive.
And you do have a fantastic opportunity to expose this to the whole family with this matinee that you've got going on Saturday. Talk
Yeah.
about the matinee. What a great show.
Yeah, so we're going to do a 2 p.m. on this Saturday, the 25th, introduction to the world of ballet, which is going to include excerpts of Sherlock, not the full Sherlock.
Right.
We're also going to do excerpts of other classical ballets, some of the other pieces that are on the Sherlock program as well. I'm going to do an introduction. Our trainees will demonstrate a ballet class. This is a pay what you're able performance too, so you can come for $0 if you want, or you can pay the cost of what a full price ticket would be if you wish. So we want to be very inclusive and invite everyone into the theater who, maybe doesn't usually think about coming to a performance.
And you might even try a couple of steps, I understand. Is that true?
That is allowed.
Is that allowed?
Especially if you're there.
No,
Yes, Todd is a professional dancer. Of course, it's never too early to talk about Nutcracker as well. So if people want to mark their calendars, sorry, Christmas is going to be here tomorrow. Let's be real. If you want to plan ahead and you want to get the family together, that's a great opportunity to do so too.
The snow is coming on the stage at DeVos Hall as well. So we are we've already started rehearsing, and we're playing for a huge Nutcracker year, yes.
Okay.
it'll be wonderful.
It will.
But first, Sherlock.
There you go.
That's happening this weekend, and you do not want to miss. Look at that. Just a billboard. I think Nigel was made for this role.
That looks just perfect.
grballet.com. Get your tickets.